Oh, I don't think they'll know. I don't think they'll know at all. It's
Slate
cold.
Slate 4, Monday, October 4th.
It's freezing. That's why I had to put this on today.
Negative
Uh,
40 outside.
yep. And nothing better to watch on a cold day. Actually, there might be a lot of better things to watch on a cold day, depending on your opinion. Uh, the Thing, the original The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. I had never seen The Thing before
I had never
until
seen the thing
this.
before either.
No shit, I did not know that. Well, here we are. What did you think?
Boring. Boring.
Boring?
Very boring. Yeah.
You know what?
Hard to
I feel that.
watch. Hard to watch. Didn't really give a shit. Was
Unfortunately, I
very
totally feel the same way.
was very very I'm sorry to hate, but very ready for it to be done. I like some of the effects. I like some of the prosthetics on the
Hmm.
things, I guess, but like
Yeah, it just took
just
too
really
long. You know,
I couldn't give a
between
shit. It was just like
exactly.
duh
I'm
at
like,
the
get
end when
to the shit I'm here for. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and then the guy fucking building a spaceship. Where do you think he's gonna go? Well, away from here. Well, motherfucker, you going back to his planet, you idiots. It's an alien. Duh. I already knew that. Like could figure
mhm,
that out.
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like
I don't
I
know.
just couldn't get into it. I'm just sitting here like
Mhm.
basically just like can this get over already? Can this get I mean like I said, and it
Yeah,
sucks because the prosthetics for the time, what,
mhm.
1982?
I think so. I'd have to check.
Baller. Baller
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah,
Baller. It
that
was
was the
great.
one thing because I've always heard that about The Thing. I've always heard that the effects in The Thing are like that. That's the big thing about The Thing is the effects, and so going into this, that checks out. Yeah, the effects in this movie are fucking dope. Like, there's some really cool shit. For sure, one of my favorite scenes is the shit with the dog. I thought that was really cool. Like, as my first time watching The Thing, I was like, whoa, that was actually pretty rad.
When a
But
Venus
like,
fly traps its mouth open.
yeah, and
Like
I'm just like, I like Kurt Russell, like he was good in it and shit, but like it just, I've tried starting The Thing before, and I feel like I've done it like a couple of times, and every time I never get that far in because I'm like, nothing grabs me, nothing hooks me. I just don't care,
if
to
you
finish
jump
it. So this
forward,
time,
if
forcing myself to finish it for this, I like that's the only thing that got me through this. I was
yeah,
like, I
no,
feel like this is the
if you
type of thing that
jump
I have to see in a
forward probably
theater.
like an hour into the movie and then started watching it, I
Go to the
think you'd be
dog.
fine.
Go to the
Yeah.
dog.
I think you'd be
you know,
fine doing that, and then well, and just skip it. Just skip forward. Just skip all that
I'm telling
nonsense.
you.
Who cares? You'll
Yeah.
figure out exactly what's going on. You'll be like, oh, they're aliens from a different planet. That
Right.
like little pieces of them can break off and be little things and infect other people and blah 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 blah. Blah. Yes, yes, you're right. Yes,
There's
that's
cool there's
correct.
cool shit here. Like, there's
There
no
is
doubt
though.
about
I
it,
mean,
you
like
know?
when dude's like melting away on the table and his head like ooze booze
Mhm.
off and
Yeah,
becomes
and,
like a
like,
little
fucks off
spider.
into the night. Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's
I like
cool, but for
that.
only for it to die, only for it to get lit on fire by Kurt Russell, and it's like
Right, you know?
the
And
one cool thing
yeah,
we have.
I just don't know,
But
and I feel like I felt the same way about the remake because, like, I couldn't even tell you what happened in that remake, but I feel like that's what I'm saying, like, I just feel like it was another one of those things where I'm like, I just don't give a shit about this, so I guess it's just not my thing.
nah, I'd say like to me, um,
And I fuck with
the
John Carpenter.
yeah, and I fuck with John Carpenter too. The one scene that I was kind of hooked on was like, oh shit, was when Kurt Russell has them all tied up, and he's like, I'm gonna test this blood, and
Yeah,
like he killed a couple people and then like he tests their blood and it did nothing, and they're like, see, they're human, la la la, like you just killed innocent humans and this and that, and he's like, damn, and then he
yeah,
tests that one blood and it jumps out. I'm like, all right, that
yeah,
was
that
pretty
one
all right.
that one I was like, "Okay, you
But the
got me
rest,
there."
but like I said, up until that point in the movie it's like and then from there on it's like predictable, but
Eh,
it's like at least you can watch it, but it's like They go to
Yeah,
get that scientist guy, and of course he's gone. It's like, duh.
yeah,
Where's he at? How did he escape? Well, motherfucker, probably through the floor. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like everybody was good in it. The effects are good. Like, like it's. I guess it's it's a well-made movie. It's just not interesting. Like, at least not to us. Like, I just, yeah, I struggle. I struggle to get anything out of this.
Very much on the sci-fi side of things too with it. Like that's what I noticed too was like
I
that
feel like
that
that's
that
like a
that
thing.
like I jumped on the keyboard
Yeah,
when something weird would happen, and they're all just like, it's like, yeah, that's
yeah,
just not my thing. It's never really been my thing.
yeah. I love, and I will be clear here. I love a good sci-fi horror movie. Alien is one of my all-time favorites. However, like I feel like sci-fi horror is one of those like genres that's like the absolute easiest to be uninteresting. I feel like I've seen so many sci-fi horror movies where like I just don't give a shit. Like nothing hooks me. I'm uninterested. Like the concepts are cool. There's cool shit in it, but I just don't care, man. Like and
It's
that's
like,
kind
I'm
of how
just
I
trying to
felt
go
here.
back to my room and drink. It's like, all right,
All right, I guess.
people are
Yeah,
fucking dying, guy, but okay.
yeah. Look at us. We can't
Yeah, I
even
don't.
wring 10 minutes out of it.
Yeah, it's hard because it's just like, I don't know.
To
I'm
to
gonna have
to keep talking on it, I feel like we just have to like keep shitting on it, which I don't want to do. I don't want to like hate on it because I get it. Like I get it. If you like it, if it's your thing, that's cool. It's not ours.
not my thing.
So I guess what's that score looking like?
I'll give it a 6 out of 10, based on prosthetics and all that
Okay,
alone.
all right.
Because I don't want to take away from that because it did have some really dope effects and some stuff that even years 30 40 years later now,
Mhm.
uh pretty much I was like, "Ugh," like when
Yeah,
the
some of it's
s-
pretty gross.
skin dog looking thing comes out of the big alien mother thing at the end. It's like, ugh. I was like, all right, that's weird. But like,
Yeah,
or when the dog at the beginning part sprays the other dog, it's like spraying it with something. I'm like, gross.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That that
Like,
was pretty
and the
disgusting.
dog's like trying to get away. I'm like, man, I feel
Yeah.
sorry for that dog. So yeah, I'll give it
I
a
feel
six
sorry
out of
for all
ten.
those dogs. Those
Yeah,
dogs got fucked up.
based on that alone, story wise, it just wasn't there for me.
Yeah. I think you just changed my score. I wasn't going to be as generous, but you reminded me of of the effects, and honestly, that's the same reason I would give it a 6 out of 10 as well for the same exact reason. Because the effect work is amazing in it for sure. It still holds up, I think. Um,
Yeah, no, it
I
really that's what saved this for me. Just turning it off
yeah.
and being like, yeah,
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm like as a usually I just try to see classics to say that I've seen them, but this is one where I'm like, okay, I'm glad to say I've seen it so that I have now seen these effects and like I get it now. Like I see why it's a classic for that reason. But other than that, I agree. The story didn't do too much for me, or at least it didn't work for me because like I feel like under different circumstances, it's an interesting story. Like I could see where this would be done in a very suspenseful way. I'm sure it has been, and I just can't think of it right now. But like one of those movies where you're like, oh, you've got no idea.
aliens,
You've got no
basically.
idea who it's gonna be. You know, anybody could be
Aliens.
fucking infected. Yeah,
Um, let's see, what would be more modern? What's that movie with the kids, The Faculty? That's kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
See,
little.
like that's one I feel like it works for me.
No, yeah, it's better. You know what I'm saying? Like, take
I
them
love a
out of
good like paranoia suspense like sci-fi horror like I even think I've got one of those in my fucking repertoire like but it's like it's all about that suspense of that's what we focused on ours is just like how do you keep people guessing who it is like like you literally have to just fill it with that sense of it could be anybody and I feel like this movie never hit that for me Like only other
they
than that
try,
one scene. That one scene, I was like, "Oh fuck, it could be anybody." But other than that, I'm like, "It's that guy." You know what
they
I mean? Like,
yeah, but they try to at the end. You know, they try
yeah,
to leave you with
wondering, did it escape?
did one of them, is it Kurt
Da-da-da-da.
Russell, or is it this guy that just conveniently walks up at the end like, oh shit?
Right, right.
We'll never
Yeah,
know.
we'll never know, and I don't think we care to know.
Nah, because if there's a sequel, I wouldn't check it out.
It'd have to be something for real, for real. But yeah, that'll close it out. Slay 4 Monday. Check out this was real droll and negative. Why don't you get some mental health Monday tonight to
Yeah,
make up to compensate?
yeah,
Uh,
most definitely.
the thing, if you dig it, let us know. Yell at us. I don't care. Slay 4. Catch you
It's
tomorrow.
like smooches deuces.
Peace.